It's a foamy mess. I'm gonna do this now.
Yep, go ahead. Okay. Okay. That's just ridiculous.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Oh, look, the rain is rinsing away our APC. What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing. So, today's a rainy day, but it's not going to stop us. So, we have this little Subaru WRX Sport in, and we're giving it a paint enhancement and a sealant. We're trying to pre-wash it here, and the rain is not cooperating. So we just rinsed it. We APC'd half the car, rinsed that off, and the rain is rinsing off the rest. So once it kind of dies down here, we're gonna rinse the rest of it and pull it in and give it a rinseless O&R bath, and then we'll go from there. Guys, if you're enjoying videos like this, and I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff.
Supposed to be like let up right now. That doesn't mean a thing.
It didn't mean a thing.
I actually did do the other side already.
So nice.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
No.
You needed a shower.
I was being sarcastic.
You needed a shower.
Did we?
Aw. That's not running.
So I misspoke. It's not WRX. It's just an Impreza. It's just an Impreza. Not very impressed. Yeah. Yeah. So what we're doing now is just giving it an O&R bath. We have the McKee's Rinseless, the N914 Rinseless wash in there. I think it was like a gallon, and I put 4 ounces in there. I'm not too worried about the dilution ratio. I did it enough so that there's plenty of lubrication. It does suds just a little bit. We rinsed it, APC rinsed it, cleaned all the wheels and everything and tires as best as we could. Those actually came out really good. So now we're just doing rinseless wash and clay mitting and clay barring. So this is really the only time I will use a rinseless wash. And it's not a wireless wash because of course we're using water, and we needed to use water to rinse it. So the rinseless wash in this particular instance works for us just because of the rain. If it wasn't for that, we'd wash it traditionally.
And we're gonna polish it.
And we're gonna polish it. When you're doing a rinseless wash, if you're mobile, I don't know, it depends on the vehicle. If it's a fairly clean vehicle, you can get away with it, but you know, to clean wheels and tires and wheel wells properly and door jambs and all that stuff, the pressure washer or washing it traditionally is just so much faster and easier and more effective. At least to us it is. Let's rinseless wash this thing, clay it, and then we'll inspect the paint and see what we need to do. Oh yeah, and we're using our little pump bottle here, and we attached it's called a Schrader valve on here, so you can just pump it up with our air compressor. So we put about 30 pounds, 30 psi in there, and it'll release it. That little yellow thing there will release pressure if it's too much. You may continue. It does provide lubrication, which is good. So yeah, it's very slick. So that's nice.
Yeah, a little bit towards the bottom.
Is it Doesn't feel that bad?
It's a little gritty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna need
Clay bar down there? Okie dokie. Oh yeah, it's kind of gritty down here.
It is pretty.
Yep. All right, now everything is washed and dried. Let's take a look at the paint. We do have some typical wash, marring, and hazing going on. Not horrible. There's some little spots here. Look like sap etching. So one is right there. Looks like a little sap etched in there. So we'll see if we can work on that, compound it out a little bit more. See what the sides look like. Yeah, typical. That should polish out pretty nicely, actually. Oh, mopping. The top, yeah, same thing. Not too bad. The sides really have it the worst. Some weird spots here, you can see. So there's some other little weird spots here. We have the black glossy top here. Oh my gosh, that's bad. That is really bad. Okay, we're gonna have to really try to work on this, make sure this looks almost perfect. Because we don't have to worry about pillars. These are not painted or anything. So we don't have to worry about polishing those, but this can't be like this. This is horrible.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Well, moron, good for Happy Gilmore, oh my god!
But, yeah, typical wash marring and a little bit of the clay mitt that marred it up a little bit. Let's see what we can do to clear it up. The DA Fine pads. I actually have not used these yet. I know, everybody says these are amazing. Well, good. Let's see if we like them. And we'll use some of the DA Fine. We'll use some of the Kosh Chemie Fine as well. And we'll use our SPTA polishers. Thank you. Subaru paint. It's a little grabby. It's not the polish, it's the paint.
Oh wow. I think it did the job though. Wow. Okay. That's it. It looks corrected. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. What?
It looks awesome.
All right, guys. So here are the results. Whoa. That's impressive. That was just a few passes. I mean, I was not going heavy. I wasn't putting a lot of pressure. Barely any pressure at all, actually. Just letting the machine do the work. So little tiny imperfection, little tiny scratch there, but we're not worried about that. We're worried about overall effect. Man. Now, Subaru paint. It is a little sticky. It's a little grabby. It's not the polish, because I've worked with that polish before, and it's not a grabby polish. It's the paint. So when working with Subaru paints, sometimes they're going to be a weird, grabby, type of paint. The product may not want to come off perfectly on it. What are you doing?
I don't know. There's a weird bit there. But I think it's rust.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of chips here. We have some touch-up paint that we're going to touch up those little chips with. There's one right there. There it is! So, all right. That combo is pretty awesome. Now, could we have used the orange pad and fine cut like our usual? Yeah, of course. I'm just trying these out because I haven't tried them before, and I'm trying the DA Fine, which I've used this in the orange pads and it works great too. But I wanted to use the yellow pads because that's what it's designed for. Very, very impressed. So don't get confused. Don't get, worried about why am I using this and this pad and not this, because I want to use different products. That's just my choice. Could I stick with just one? Yeah, probably. Don't you want to see different products being used? Well, if you are interested in that, then stick around, because that's what we do here. We use all sorts of stuff and show you what works and maybe what doesn't, but it's not about the product or the pad not working or it being junk. It's about what you're working on. Remember, variables. So depending on the vehicle, if this didn't work, I would not say that the pads in the product are garbage. I would say, oh, the paint is reacting weird. Let's try something else because it's just not working with this particular paint or clear coat. So remember that. It's about the variables, and you may need to have a few different products and pads in case you run across different scenarios. So a detailer needs to have all those different tools and products at their disposal in order to make things work. Oh, weird. Oh, I didn't like that. There's a spot here where, look, it won't wipe off. Yeah, it's having a hard time wiping off that. It eventually wiped off, but it's giving me a hard time. I think it likes it when you use a little bit more product. If it starts to go too thin, then it doesn't come off nicely. It's weird. So we're going to use...
Wow, though.
I know.
Sides are all marred, and this is taking it off quick.
Uh-huh.
You're going to use what now?
The Wolfgang Uber spray coating. He loves that stuff, so we're going to use that. And there's a lot of interest in it, but nobody wants to spend the money on it yet. Too bad. If you don't want to spend the money, you're not going to buy it. Oh, and ironically, look at the weather. Yeah, a few hours later, and it clears up, and it's sunny, and it's nice out. Seriously? Why couldn't it have switched? Why couldn't we have nice weather in the morning? Oh well. I'll take it. It's nice out. Those will flatten down once they dry. Man, you really get precision control with this. Like you barely have to touch the little plunger and it comes out. That is pretty cool.
Did you already do this?
No. No, I was going to use that for it. So, now that the chips are done, we are applying all of the trim protectant. So we're using a product from Vonix, and it's called Restorex. Restorex. But that's being applied to all of the exterior plastic. We use the Stoner's Trim Shine on the front honeycomb grill just because it's so difficult to get in there. But the rest of it, we're using that stuff. And it can be a shiny product, but you can wipe it down and make it a little bit more of a satin finish. But it also has better durability than just the Stoner stuff. Now, if you remember, there's a little spot right there. Let's try to wet sand that out. Just a little bit of 3000 grit. Hopefully just enough to cut it. Hey baby, can you hand me that towel? It's right there. No, the yellow one is fine. All right, that helped a lot. Just a teeny bit more. All right, now let's see, that should, you can barely see the little pock mark around there? Let's see if we can compound that out and make it look better. So we're gonna use Koshchemi H9, they're heavy cut, microfiber disc from Meguiar's. Now with the residue still on there, this is a diminishing abrasive. I'm gonna switch over to the yellow pad that I was using, still has a little bit of residue in it, and we're gonna finish it out. That's pretty amazing. Oh my god. I think if you really look close, you can see a little tiny pock mark, but it's somewhere. I don't know. You don't see it anymore. So, oh, it's like right there. See the edge of the corner of the light there, and on this side, yeah, it's like right there. So it did a little bit of damage, a little bit of a pock mark in the paint, but overall, that will do. So the paint is now cleansed. We did a panel prep. Trim is looking good. Glass is looking good. Wifey is doing the inside of the glass. And now let's get on to protecting it. So Wolfgang Uber ceramic spray coating. This stuff is impressive. Here's our application. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Couple of nice pumps onto the applicator. And I'm gonna go in pretty large sections here. Maybe about a third of the hood. Quickly overlap, crosshatch, like a coating. This stuff starts to flash away pretty fast. And once you start seeing it kind of rainbow a little bit, go ahead and wipe it off. You can use 2 towels if you want. Flip the towel, and it pretty much just buffs away clean. It looks awesome. So yeah, very, very simple, very easy to apply.
Oh, wait, you're an IPA.
Yeah, I did. You weren't here. I did the whole car.
Oh, wow.
So after that, maybe 3 to 4 pumps for the rest of it. I'm just going to keep on applying large sections at a time. I could probably even do an entire door. So it's very, very easy to apply. I wouldn't really recommend applying this like a spray wax or a spray sealant. I just think it's better to apply it this way, just personally. But if you've applied it the other way, like a spray wax or a spray sealant, and it works, then good. I just like to work in controlled areas, and I find that this controls it a lot better. I can see it going onto the paint exactly where I want it. And you can use whatever applicators you want. I do have this little coating saver one that I will reuse. You can reuse this, the towels and the applicators. Just put them in a wash, a bucket of, you know, APC or Dawn or whatever, and you can reuse it. That looks beautiful. All right, the Subaru is done, and it looks fantastic. Sorry I didn't get any footage of the exhaust pipes, but we just use a little bit of the mother's polish, a little bit of the fine steel wool. But man, look at that. Look at the difference. Remember what it looked like before? We have the black glossy top here. Oh my gosh, that's bad. That is really bad. Yeah, that looks awesome. The paint looks so good. It has a nice warm glow. This paint color is beautiful. We love it. All the plastic is looking nice. Glass inside and out is cleaned. This thing is ready to go. So it'll sit overnight because customer wants to pick it up tomorrow morning, and everything will cure. This stuff that we use, the Wolfgang, does like to remain dry for at least 12 hours or so. I think it's just best practice. Any type of, you know, spray coating or spray sealant, anything that has ceramic in it, or graphene, whatever, it's best to, you know, leave it overnight, 12 hours or more, without any water or washing or anything like that. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. As usual, any products or tools that you see us use, I'll link down below in the description. If there's something in the video that you see that I didn't put down there, remember, please go look down there. I still get some questions asking, where do you get this product or where do you get that product? It's all down in the description. It's all linked down there. It's only if you see something that's not down there, let me know and I'll try to find a link for you. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.